KTAB, your news station.
This is CBS.
Local track standouts make their college decisions. We'll tell you who's going where on the update at 10.
40 in the morning, 49 tomorrow afternoon, about 38 tomorrow night.
Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Ron Rousseau will have the early morning news for you first thing tomorrow. Fran Atkins and Frank Heeler will have news at noon, and we'll see you tomorrow on NewsTAB at 6. Good night.
NewsTAB pays cash for news tips and news tools
and interest alone. So before you write another check, see your nearest Big Country Chevrolet dealer. But you'd better hurry. 2.9% for 48 months ends February 4th.
Come to Big Sur Waterbeds for the hottest new looks. The most popular traditional styles. The best selection of beds for every budget. At Big Sur, $6.99 buys your choice of this oak 4-post bed, the oak Newporter with floating nightstands, the elite oak wall group in queen size, or this heirloom quality canopy waterbed. Quality bedroom furniture for just $6.99. And ask about 0% financing for 6 months. Only at Big Sur Waterbeds, America's largest waterbed retailer.
San Antonio Spurs had a different face on the bench for tonight's game against the visiting Los Angeles Clippers. Team Vice President Bob Bass moved down to the coaching spot to take over for Larry Brown, who was fired this morning. Now, Brown spent 3.5 years with the Spurs after guiding Kansas to college basketball's national championship. Brown led San Antonio to a pair of 50 victory seasons, but the Spurs are struggling this year with a record of 21-17. Meanwhile, University of Texas coach Tom Penders declined to say if he's interested in the San Antonio job to replace Brown. And checking to see how the Spurs did without Brown tonight, they torpedoed the Los Angeles Clippers in San Antonio this evening. There's Bob Bass. He was on the bench for the Spurs coaching them, and he likes what he sees here. San Antonio works it inside to David Robinson for the jam. But nothing inside here, so the Spurs go back outside to former Baylor Bear Vinnie Johnson, who cans the jumper. Spurs get the L.A. turnover and convert it into points on their end. Greg Sutton sinks the three-pointer for a 43-29 lead in the second quarter, and Bob Bass loves what he sees from the Spurs. Nothing changes in the third quarter. Willie Anderson to Sean Elliott. Spurs go ahead 64-48 on the alley-oop. And the Spurs go on to win tonight. Final at the Hemisphere Arena was the Spurs 114, the Clippers 100. Elsewhere in the NBA tonight, Houston bounced the Bucks. Portland pulled the plug on the Lakers. Chicago snapped Phoenix's 7-game winning streak. Orlando won this battle between the two worst teams in the league. Atlanta leads Seattle starting the third quarter, and Sacramento has the early lead over Denver tonight. Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard will take his next stride in pro football. Michigan's All-American triple threat has decided to surrender his final year of college eligibility for a shot at the NFL draft. If he chooses the Canadian Football League, the Calgary Stampeders already hold his rights. Howard says he'll play for the highest bidder. He scored 23 touchdowns receiving, running, and returning last season, and helping the Wolverines to the Big Ten championship. For the first time since the 1960s, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a head coach other than Chuck Noll. Steel City native Bill Cowher officially returned home today to replace Noll, who retired last month after 23 seasons and 4 Super Bowl championships. The 34-year-old Cowher had been Kansas City's defensive coordinator. He beat out Dallas assistant Dave Wanstead and Houston assistant Kevin Gilbride for that job. And the Abilene High Lady Eagles are off to an undefeated start this season in girls soccer. I say the words, you put them in the right order. Lady Eagles edge Louisville today. Final score 2-1 to improve to 2-0 for the young season. And in other action, the Cooper Cougars slipped by Burke Burnett 3-2. One other high school basketball score to pass along. The Abilene Christian High School Panthers edged out Moran tonight 72-71. That's the sports for now. Bob, Diane, and Bill will return in just a moment to wrap up NewsTAB.
The Day Nursery of Abilene is a United Way of Abilene agency, providing quality care for over 300 children daily in 3 locations and employing 60-plus local employees. We're proud of our involvement in Abilene's future. And in Abilene, little things mean
Volunteers are hoping to gather teams of sharp adult spellers to compete in the 2nd annual Fun Spell. That's a spelling bee for adults to benefit the Taylor County Adult Literacy Council. Last year's event drew over 20 teams of 3 spellers each from local businesses and organizations. Officials are hoping this year's competition will be as well attended. The public is invited. Fun Spell will be March 5th at the Paramount Theater in downtown Abilene. And, you know, our team didn't do very well last year. But we don't have to spell, we just have to read the words. We spell phonetically.
Yeah, that's right. We hope we do better this year, and it's a fun project, a good cause.
Good cause. How about the weather? Is it a good cause?
The weather, well, it's getting better, we'll put it that way. The rain is moving away. In the morning, about 36 degrees. Tomorrow afternoon, about 55 or so. And a lot of sunshine tomorrow.
Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Catch the overnight news with Ron Rousseau here first thing in the morning. At noon, Fran Adkins and Frank Healer have a half hour of news for you.
And we'll see you tomorrow on NewsTAB at 6. Good night.
Good night.
NewsTAB pays cash for news tips and news tapes. Call 695-NEWS or 1-800-588-KTAB.
You've heard the song 12 Days of Christmas. But how much would it cost to find and buy the 12 gifts named? NewsTAB's Janet Morantis takes us on the hunt for the 12 Days of Christmas.
Our search for the 12 Days of Christmas started off a little poorly. Apparently, there are no partridges in West Texas.
The closest thing you could get to a partridge in this area would be bobwhite quail, and from game bird breeders, we got $10 each.
And a pear sapling will run about $17. Doves we found, though not of the turtle variety, were about 15 bucks a pair.
Hello. We're looking for French hens. Do you all carry French hens here?
No, ma'am, we have no French hens, but I can offer you a baking hen, about $6.
Hello. Though parrots certainly qualify as calling birds, we found this one a little quiet for $1,500.
Do you want them plain or do you want them with diamonds? Plain gold, the average price would be about $200 a piece.
Finding 6 geese was a little tough. The only ones we saw were laying in the freezer section of the meat market for about $11.50 a piece.
Swans are pretty expensive. How many do you need?
7.
7 swans, be over $1,500.
Wow, how about ducks? It was the best we could find on short notice.
Minimum wage plus tips.
9 professional drummers drumming will cost about $1,000 for the gig. And though one member will have to sit the bench, the Hamlin Pied Pipers said they'd be happy to play for $1,000 each. They are champions after all. Then there's 11 ladies dancing.
Probably cost you about $100 each.
12 Lords a-leaping was our biggest challenge, but Isla Lord finally said she and 11 relatives would give leaping a shot.
Well, sure, why not? Let's go with it. For $500, sure.
Here's the total. Our version of the 12 Days of Christmas will cost $21,263, and that's not including tax or tip. Good thing Christmas only comes once a year. Janet Morantis, NewsTAB.
Oh, quite a search, and $22,000 with tax and tips.
$22,000, yeah, okay.
Goodness.
If you want a little elaborate on those wings, it could really get interesting.
Yeah, good thing there's not a weatherman in that song.
I don't know. The weather needs to have Velcro attached or something.
Yeah.
It keeps changing. I think about 5 times in the last 3 days it's changed.
Yeah.
And it's changed again. We were looking for clear skies. Now it's cloudy with a chance for rain. And, well, anyway, I'll explain what's going on, hopefully, after this.